The following is a special presentation of the Georgia Tech Cable Network.
Hello, Jackets, and welcome to the club. I'm your host, Diana Nord, and today we'll be meeting one of the oldest clubs on Georgia Tech's campus. You've probably seen them cheering on our Jackets during game days and leading our Georgia Tech students in traditions all year long. I'm talking about the Ramblin Reck Club, and today we'll learn all about their involvement on campus and how they keep our Ramblin Reck looking so good all year long. I had a chance to speak with some of the leaders of the Ramblin Reck Club, Barrett Allers, current rec driver, and David Bias-Smith, president. So David, what is the purpose of the Ramblin Reck Club?
Rec Club's purpose is to promote history, spirit, and traditions on campus. I think most people know us because we take care of the rec, but we do so much more than just that. Whether it's publishing the T-Book, putting on T-Night, which is Georgia Tech's Traditions Night, doing things for the Athletic Association, like setting up Big Buzz. We're all over campus doing things behind the scenes. Okay.
What is Rec Club's involvement on Georgia Tech football game days?
Okay, well, I guess our number one priority on game day is to protect the rec. There are a lot of different people out here, people having a good time, and so we just want to make sure that the rec is safe. But besides that, we also do a lot of other stuff. We set up Big Buzz, we get when the team comes on, we set up the banner, get the balloons out there. A lot of stuff just to prepare for the game day, make sure everything for the rec is fine.
And I know you guys are on the field before the game, is that correct?
Yep, that's probably my favorite part of game day, just being out there. We get to see the team when they come through the tunnel, and so you just get super amped for the game. And just being out there with your close friends, getting hyped, getting ready to cheer on the Jackets is just an amazing experience.
What is the Rec Club's involvement during homecoming week?
Homecoming week is probably the most busiest week for Rec Club during the year. We put on the Mini 500, and then the next morning we have cake race and then also the rec parade. And then we have game day right after that. And so for those about 48 hours, Rec Club is constantly working, putting up barricades. It's an all-night affair, but it's a lot of fun. The club really bonds during it. And those are some of the greatest traditions of Georgia Tech, and so we love being a part of it.
Barrett, what is it like being the Ramblin Reck driver?
It's something that's hard to put into words. It's tough, but if I had to, it's a magical journey. Everyone's excited to see the wreck, not necessarily you, but I mean that comes with the territory. In the end, it's just fun. It can be stressful at times. Most drivers will say it's very bittersweet because you have the option to run every year you want, but you rarely see people do that because it's so stressful. But I mean, you put the work in and you get out what you put in. So if you put a lot of time in, a lot of work in, you're going to get so much out of it. And I mean, it's just the ultimate gig on campus. I mean, who else can say they get to drive the mascot around? I mean, maybe Buzz, but no one knows who Buzz is. And I mean, it's just fun to take people for rides and just really spread joy on campus.
Are there any perks that come with being the Ramblin Reck driver?
Of course. I have a girlfriend, but if you don't have a girlfriend, you're the driver. I mean, it's a great vehicle for the first date. You know, it's pretty cool. When you're done being driver, you actually get to keep the flags that say "To Hell with Georgia" and "Give them Hell Tech." Those get ordered every year. So you get to keep those, hang them up in your room. You get to keep the running boards from the wreck. And lastly, if you ever look on the front of the wreck, there's a little quail that leads the wreck, you could say. And you get to keep that as the driver. And the fun fact about that is that each driver gets to pick whether they get a quail or a wreath or just a plain radiator cap. No driver's gotten a plain radiator cap. That's pretty boring, honestly. And I haven't seen anyone get a wreath in since I've been here. So the last 5 drivers have all had the quail. And I mean, it's a beautiful little quail, and I look forward to having it sit on my mantle for the rest of my life when I'm done.
What is it like driving the wreck? Is it crazy or is it easy to navigate? I mean, it's an old car.
It is an old car. It makes you respect power steering and power brakes. But I mean, it drives just like any other car. It's got a steering wheel. It is a manual, so you got to learn how to drive a stick shift. But it's not that hard. What better of a car to learn on than the Ramblin Reck, you know? But on game day, it gets tough. People don't really want to get out of your way, or they can't get out of your way. So you have some close calls and busting through the banner. It's always, I mean, imagine driving with your eyes closed and then just opening them on the interstate. Not necessarily the best idea, but you know, it's part of tradition, so we do it.
Are there any interesting facts about the wreck that people don't know about?
Sure. If you run the license plate, you're gonna get back a 1983 Crown Vic. And a state trooper actually told me that. He said, you know, always be careful driving, but if you do get pulled over, the wreck's not going to get charged with anything because the wreck technically does not exist in the state computers.
Do you have a favorite Georgia Tech tradition?
I mean, the Ramblin Reck. But other than that, the freshman cake race, I've always loved it. I think it really gives a sense of bonding within the freshmen, getting them up at the crack of dawn. And I mean, I remember my roommates didn't do it. They spent all night playing video games. I was like, y'all are idiots. You're going to get a one-time thing to do this. So I went and did it. I still have my number from it, and it's just my favorite thing.
What is your favorite part about being involved in Rec Club?
I think my favorite part is the family bond that all the members share. We're a student organization, but it's really like a family. We only have 50 members, and everyone is just close friends, and we all share this deep passion for Georgia Tech and its traditions. And so that bond is what makes it special to me.
The Ramblin Reck is a huge staple of our Georgia Tech community, and we have the Ramblin Reck Club to thank for all their hard work, both with keeping the wreck looking beautiful and leading our campus spirit all year long. A huge thanks to the club for taking time to speak with us. From Bobby Dodd Stadium, I'm your host, Diana Nord, and we'll see you next time here on The Club.